Hey, what's up, guys? We're back again for another video, day 2 of our Unranked to Challenger series. I actually just played this game earlier, and I was like speaking over the game and providing live commentary. Unfortunately, my mic didn't pick up what I was saying during the game, so now I have to say what I said pretty much again, but it's fine. Before I start, I just wanted to speak about the previous series, the Rank 1 in 30 Days series. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to complete that series because I had to go to Taiwan halfway through the series to compete in the PCS. So unfortunately, I won't be doing that series anymore. It might come back. I might attempt another attempt at some point in time in the future, but for now, yeah, I'm just benching that series for now. Anyways, going back to this game here, so I was thinking of playing Jinx, because I think Jinx is just broken right now, especially in lower elos. But I saw that I had a Xerath on my team, and they had a Janna and Smolder, right? Janna and Smolder is quite a weak lane. So I thought if I could pick a strong laning champion like Caitlyn, I could really abuse them really hard. Especially considering that I have a Xerath who's going to allow me to push really hard.
I'm on the case.
So I locked in Caitlyn here instead. I'm going Fleet for my rune here. I don't think lethal tempo has much value in this kind of game because I don't really have targets to hit. Like Kha'Zix is going to be stealth, Janna and Smolder aren't going to be in my range. Hwei is also going to not be in my range. But the target that I have to stack lethal tempo off is pretty much only Wukong. Also, Fleet is really good for lanes like this where you're playing push and poke because it allows you to like sustain up and stay in lane for longer. I'm taking Ghost here as well, pretty standard. On Caitlyn, Ghost is really nice. It allows you to like chase people down in lane and space them like really well. Also gives you a lot of speed in team fights, which is really useful. So now when it comes to my matchup, I'm playing Caitlyn, Nocturne, Xerath versus Smolder and Janna and Kha'Zix. So I'm looking at both junglers here, Nocturne versus Kha'Zix. Both junglers don't really want to gank early, they'd rather just farm to 6, which is when they really come online. So I'm just going to play lane, assuming that there isn't going to be much jungle interaction in my lane. I'm still going to be thinking about the enemy jungler, of course, because he can still gank, right? Especially after he full clears his camps. But it's much different playing versus a Kha'Zix than it is playing versus an Elise, for example, right? So I'm expecting not much jungle interaction in the early game. When it comes to Caitlyn, Xerath versus Smolder, Janna, it's just about pushing and poking, right? They're quite weak in lane, so I'm going to be looking to play really aggressively once again. But I want to maintain my HP as much as possible. And I just want to push my lane and poke them down. So here we're doing the thing again with Caitlyn where we take control of the bushes at level 1. So first we secure the tri-bush. I push Janna out, so now I can just face check the lane bush here. Really nice to be able to like control these bushes in lanes like this because it means that like you can see them walk into lane and they can't see you, right? So if they can't see me, I can just throw like a Q at them, and they can't really like dodge it, right? Because it's coming from fog. So just going back to my lane identity here, like my matchup. Yeah, so I pretty much just want to push, poke, and I win this lane by denying CS from Smolder, getting plates, and forcing him to base early, right? Which I can because we have a lot of poke here. And the enemy team just wants to just farm as much as possible and stay high HP and not be forced to base. So here, my Nocturne starts red, but I'm not going to leash him because I think I can get a nice Q here if I don't leash. And now I'm just waiting for them to walk in and then I'm going to Q them and maybe throw in a few autos and then back off. So Q, auto, back off, get the Janna shield, CS the minions, walk up again. Stay in the bushes here, it's good. Like as Caitlyn to like auto attack from the bush because it attacks your headshot faster. Also just like auto attacking from the bush means that it's a lot harder for the enemy champions to return damage onto you since you're going to be in fog a lot, right? Like they can't see you, so they can't auto attack you back while you can auto attack them. So here once again, just staying in the bush. Also I'm pushing as slowly as possible. remember from last video I was saying that it's really good to be able to slow push as slow as possible because it denies a lot more CS from the enemy team. That's what I'm doing here. Okay, just looking to poke as much as possible. It's really important that while you're CSing, you're also walking up to try and poke at the same time. Look how much pressure I'm exerting here in the lane. I'm walking up really far forward. Xerath is also doing really well to walk up forward with me as well. If he wasn't doing this, then I would ping him as well. But since he's doing it, I don't have to. So here I'm going to ward for Kha'Zix just in case. I know that he started blue buff because they leashed, right? So he could technically 3-camp up. Although it's quite bad for him. So I expect him to full clear up, but I'm just covering all possibilities here. I'm just looking to poke. Smolder just walks into my queue and dies, so I'll take that. I got a nice trap up there. Once again, when you're playing Caitlyn, it's really nice to be able to disguise your traps behind the turret like this. As you can see, like there's a trap behind the turret right there, but it's really hard to see for the enemy, so they're much more likely to just walk into it. So here I have a lot of gold. I can just base, right? But I figured that Kha'Zix should be clearing topside right now, since he hasn't shown on my bot ward. And I'm high HP and high mana, so I can just stay right. See Kha'Zix kill mid here. And then he paths bot into Scuttle Crab, which is a problem for me now. Because that means that I can't really push anymore. So in hindsight, me staying was actually kind of bad. But I couldn't know at the time, right? Good ward by Xerath. See Kha'Zix coming. Unlikely that he kills us here. Yeah. So just when you get ganked like this, it's nice to be able to just trade back as much damage as possible. But now it makes it a lot harder for Kha'Zix to re-gank here. So now I know that Kha'Zix walked up. I assume he's going to clear his Gromp, which should have spawned soon. Or he's basing. So I'm looking to just push and base. That's my plan right now. Push this as fast as possible and just base. Just keep hitting the wave. You use your spells on the wave. Kha'Zix actually shows mid here. And I pan my camera to mid. Just so I can see what he's doing, and he paths up. So since I see him path up, I figure that I don't have to base anymore, and I can keep pressuring bot lane here. And once again, right now, I see Kha'Zix on the map. I look again, just to like see how much HP he's on. It's really nice to get into the habit of like panning your camera around like this. So since now I see that Kha'Zix is low HP, right? Like now I know that he can't gank bot unless he bases and runs all the way bot. So in my head, I have a rough timeline in my head. I have like 30 seconds or so until Kha'Zix can be bot here. So with that in mind, I'm looking to just keep pressuring. I look for a dive here, but it's kind of hard. So I'm ping back, and I just want to push and base now. It's been 30 seconds since Kha'Zix is mid play, so you can in theory be bot very soon. So I'm going to just push and base. I stay here to take the plate because I do see that Gromp is warded, so I'll see Kha'Zix if he comes. And also they're bot lane based, so I can decide to take this plate before I base. So now as I'm basing, I look mid. It's nice to like pan your camera around once again and just see what's happening on the map when you have downtime like this. Yeah, also a really good habit that you should get into is when you're walking out of base like this, you don't really have anything to do or think about. So you should be thinking about what you want to do. Like you should be planning your next sequence or your next move. Or I just like to think about my next few waves or my next play. So here, I see that Smolder's pushing. I assume that this wave is going to crash by the time I come back. So I just want to slow push. So once the enemy team's wave hits my turret, I just want to be able to slow push my wave. And then use that slow push to get vision, and then also to get some plates. So here I'm letting the wave crash. Once again, just slow pushing here. Yeah, I'm just killing the minions as slowly as possible. I don't want to push too fast, because if I push too fast, I'm only going to have one wave under the turret, and like the turret kills one wave pretty fast, right? So ideally, you want to build a big a biggest possible wave to crash into the turret. That way you have a lot more time to get plates, since it takes a lot longer for the turret to kill the wave. Also, slow pushing means that you can also use the slow push to get vision, or like you can base. It just buys you time essentially. The whole point of slow pushing is that it buys you a lot of time to do anything that you want. And League of Legends is a game in which time is very, very valuable. So here I see that Janna uses her shield, so I'll take this as an opportunity to just ult them for poke damage. And Q, it's also really good to like Q the enemy when they're like next to the wall, because they can't dodge anywhere, right? So Smolder was on the wall there, so I knew that he couldn't dodge my Q, so I think my Q at him. Smolder gets chunked and dies here again as a result. And we see Kha'Zix. I know that Kha'Zix can't really kill us if we play in the wave here. I'm just going toward pop off on HP and get back to lane.
I'm not here to serve. I'm here to protect.
Drop my pink here. Have to clear their vision. It's also really nice to have a pink in a game like this when you're pushing a lot, because if you're pushing a lot, the enemy team is under like a lot of pressure, so they're very unlikely to be able to clear your pink, so your pink ends up having a lot of value. I see Kha'Zix mid here, so I know I can just hit this turret freely. I'm looking at my map right here, and I see Kha'Zix walk bot while I'm trading here. Yeah, I take that kill on Smolder, but now I know that Kha'Zix could be bot. So we see him right there. I activate Ghost early, just in case. Now here, I play in the wave, because I know that Kha'Zix needs targets to be isolated, like to do damage, right? So I just play in the wave here. I know that if he jumps in, he won't do much damage, so we're chilling. I cover his escape here, E, auto, and 2 free kills.
So, it has come to this.
So here, I'm just looking to push and base. I'm really low, even though I like the turret is really low. Oh, Wukong's here for some reason, I don't know why, he's their top laner. Order him for the fleet proc and flash out early. I don't want to die here. Wukong is investing a lot of time to make this play, so if you can just live, it's really good. So now I'm basing, and once again, while I'm in base, I'm thinking about my next move, right? It's really important that you get into this habit. This is what is going to win you a lot of games. It's a lot easier to just think ahead instead of thinking in the moment. If you're thinking in the moment, there's like way too many things to like think about. That's hard to make the correct decision. So you want to plan ahead here. So right now I'm planning that the bot turret is really like low on HP, so I can just fast push one wave and just break the turret instantly. And after I break bot turret, I'm thinking of either swapping to mid or top. I don't know which lane yet. I'll have to see. Like I'll have to assess like the lane state once I break the bot turret. But I want to definitely swap to a lane and break the next turret and get started on the next turret, either mid or top. So I'm just gonna break this. I see them fighting mid, so I know I'm free here. I fast push this wave and base straight away. Base as fast as possible for tempo here. And now I'm looking at mid on top. I'm just trying to assess which one's better right now. To me, it looks like mid lane is better. Because they're fighting on mid right now, so I'm thinking I may as well just walk mid, just to join the fight. And then since I'm at mid already, I'll just try and break the mid turret. They end up killing everyone without me, which is really nice. But that wasn't like really my goal anyway. Like my goal is to just break the turret, right? So I didn't really care. So here I'm gonna hit the turret. Yeah, at this point I'm just thinking of what threats the enemy team has on me on this mid wave right here. So I ward over the wall. I think the only way that I die is if Wukong comes and flanks me. But I see Wukong top, so I'm chilling. And the only other way that I die is if Kha'Zix flanks me. But I think Kha'Zix without Wukong is not that scary. So I'm just waiting to hit this turret here. I see Smolder on bot as well. I see Janna showing on mid. So I'm chilling here. Now I walk top. It's a really nice thing to do here. Like as I'm walking towards top right, I just get vision in their jungle. knockdown helps me, which is really nice of him. But yeah, so here I get vision because I know that I'm going to be wanting to stay top for the next sequence here, like the next minute or so. So it's really nice to have vision around top lane. You pretty much want to get vision around the side of the map in which you're going to be playing in, right? So if I'm playing around bot, I want vision around bot. If I'm playing around top, I want vision around top. If I'm playing around mid lane, for example, I want vision around mid lane, right? Because having vision just gives you information to react to the enemy team faster. So here we kill Wukong. I press tab and I see that Wukong has no TP, so I'm not scared of him like TP flanking me. If he has TP, it's quite risky to hit this turret because he can TP behind us, right? Just keep that in mind. Now I'm breaking this turret here. While I'm breaking this turret, once again, I have downtime. I'm not really doing much, right? I'm just hitting the turret. So now I'm just thinking about what I want to do, like what I want to do next after I break this turret. Once again, I'm just like panning my camera to mid as well while I'm doing this, so I can see what the enemy team uses in a skirmish. So I saw that Janna used her ult, which is quite a long cooldown, so I know that for the next sequence Janna won't have ult. It's a really good thing to do. So I'm basic now, buy my item. Once again, planning my next move. I ping the mid tier 2, I see that's really low, so I want to look to break the mid tier 2 here. And then after I break the mid tier 2, I want to either go and break the bot or top tier 2. So I see my team fighting here, so I'm going to join this fight. I ghost early so I can join more quick. Just hitting the closest target here. I hit Janna, but then I see Hui is fighting my Darius, so I try and help him out. My mistake. I should have just gone on the Hui straight away and fought with my Darius. Really important to like look at your teammates' position in a fight like this and play off your teammates as well, which is a mistake that I make here. That's fine. Also, when you get this fed, you just want to be thinking about the fact that you have a massive shutdown and the enemy team is going to be like trying really hard to kill you. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, here I take the mid turret and now I'm looking to take Herald before I base. Yeah. And just keep planning like your next step constantly.
I'll have this finished before tea time.
Now flame to Herald. Now after I do Herald, I'm just gonna stay on the map. I'm gonna keep pushing mid. Then I want to play for either bot turret or top turret. Depends on which one's more easy. So here I see that we have a bot wave and Ariana's going there. So I'm going to use this time to shift down and help her take the bot turret here. Darius can do whatever he wants to do up there alone. It's all just about accelerating the game as fast as possible. So now I'm gonna ping Nocturne until I kill the mid wave while I siege bot here. We got a lot of ults out. Yeah, I played that quite poorly. I didn't kite Wukong enough. It's my bad. But it's fine. We still get top turret and we got bot turret as well. Obviously it's not good to die, but sometimes you make mistakes, it is what it is. Now I'm just thinking about what I'm going to do next. Dragon spawning, but Dragon's kind of irrelevant. Because this game should be over even before Dragon Soul spawns, so I don't really care about Dragon. I just care about sieging these outer turrets here with Herald. And then hopefully we can end the game before Baron spawns, but if not, we should play for Baron immediately once it spawns.
Run from the long arm of the law, nor from the scope of my rifle.
Are you serious?
I do love a good mystery.
Okay, my team's already in position for Dragon, so I'll just help them do it. Because I can't push solo, even though I don't want to do Dragon here. I can't push solo as an ADC, right? So I'll just help them kill the Dragon quickly and then go back to mid.
A true professional is always aware of her surroundings.
These traps here, so they can't go. They're going all the way around.
A good investigator. Steady.
This guy has no flash. Once again, if Kha'Zix jumps on you, just like run to your teammates. That way you aren't isolated and he'll do much less damage. And now we're chilling. We should be able to end with Herald. Oh, nice to FF. GG. Right. Nice. That was a nice, quick, easy game. Let's see where we are after that one. On my Xerath, he played well. Nice, so we're in Emerald 4 already. Awesome. Right, thanks for watching once again, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's video.